Hey everyone, another self-isolation bonus video where we take a look at those features from the early days of Pro Engineer that PTC decided later on, we weren't necessarily hitting it out of the park, so they've hidden those ones from the interface. I've got them on my Common tab, which PTC added around Creo 4, Creo 5, and I have one in here called a shaft. And I have them in a group that's called anatomic because these are features that are enabled by a config.pro option called allow anatomic features, which has a default value of no. If you have it set to that default value of no, you're not going to be able to find the command in the command search. But by setting it to yes, you could actually use these old-timey commands. And before I show you the shaft feature, I'm going to show you a sketched hole because a shaft feature is essentially the inverse of a sketched hole. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go to the hole feature. And here on the ribbon, I can choose, instead of doing a predefined hole or a standard hole, we have this option here to sketch the hole. And you use this option in situations where you want a very special profile for it. So let's choose to go into Sketcher. Now I am in sketch mode. One thing that you are going to have in here is a center line. That's going to be your axis of revolution. Next up, we have to have at least one horizontal line at the top, and that's how it's going to determine how this feature is going to be placed in your model. So let's go to the line tool, and I'm going to sketch over here, and let's see, for the shape of this, let's have it like this, and then maybe like this, and down over here, and then finally there, and close it off. So that is good. I've got a whole bunch of different dimensions in here. And right now the dimensions are way too big. So I'm going to just swipe a box over everything and then use modify. And let's lock the scale. I want this to not be ridiculously big. So let's see. Let's change this from a value of 5 to a value of about 1. And hit the OK button. Nice little way of scaling it. Let's see, for some of the other different dimensions that I want in here, let's have the overall height of this. And right now, I'm over dimensioned in here. Let's see, which one of these do I want to get rid of? Probably this. And let's see, let's make the overall height of this 1.25 is good. And I'm just going to clean up some of these other different dimensions in here. So let's see, let's have a dimension from here to there to here. And let's get, oh, I already have one. Let's undo. Make this value of 0.8. When I did the modified, automatically made all the other dimensions strong. Let's just change a few of these other ones over here. I don't know why I'm doing this. This really doesn't matter for this demonstration over here. There we go. So here I have my sketch. Let's hit the check mark. And now we have to place the hole in the model. I'm going to just place it on this surface over here. We're using a linear dimensioning scheme. Let me click in the collector and let's dimension it from here and from here. And we'll change this to a value of 2. And by the way, you'll notice once I selected my references, we're actually getting the real-time preview of this. Change this to a value of 0. And actually, before I hit the check mark, let me go back into the sketch of this. To save myself time when I show you the shaft feature, let's save this. I'll hit the save button, and that sketch has been saved into my working directory. Let me hit the check mark again. And let's see, anything else I need for the hole? Nope, that is good. Let's hit the check mark. I'm going to turn on my coordinate system visibility real quick. I just want to see which direction I want to make a cross section in. Let's go to view section, and it would be the Z direction. And let's show the hatch pattern in here. And let's, there. So there you see an example of a sketched hole in the model. That's the same exact way that you create this shaft feature, except as I mentioned, it's the inverse. It's going to end up adding material to the model. So let's go into here and disable or deactivate the cross section. If I go to my common tab, that's where I threw the shaft command in here. So I'll click on shaft, and we have this old interface called the model dialog box. You'll still see it every once in a while in Creo Parametric, but it really got phased out starting in Wildfire 1.0 back in 2003. And so the first thing it's prompting is, what dimensioning scheme do I want to use for this shaft? And I'm going to use linear. You'll notice that you have the same dimensioning schemes as for a hole: radial, coaxial, and on point. So I'll leave linear selected. And now it's going to throw me into sketch mode. To save myself time and effort, I'm going to use the file system button over here. Let me go to my working directory, and there's the sketch that I'd saved before. Let's open it up and drop it in here with a scale of 1. And hit the check mark for the import section. So just a shortcut so I didn't have to reinvent the wheel the second time for the sketch. Let's hit the check mark to get out of sketch mode. And now it's prompted me to select the placement plane. I'm going to place it on this surface. Now it's asked me to select 2 edges, axes, planar surfaces, or datums for dimensioning. So back in the day, you really had to pick a lot of different, or you really had to read the message area is what I'm trying to say. Let's change that distance to 2, select the second reference, I'll select this plane, let's use value of 0, and now tells me that all elements have been defined, select elements or actions from the dialog box. So back in the Pro Engineer 2001 and earlier days, you didn't get a preview of the geometry until you hit the preview button. I will click the OK button, and we have our shaft feature created. Let's turn off some of these different datums in here. So again, the difference between the sketched hole and the shaft feature is that the shaft feature adds material. As you can probably guess, this feature is completely unnecessary because this is essentially just a revolve that adds material. So the revolve tool does everything that you would need in a shaft feature. So it really is kind of irrelevant. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this trip to the past. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and then ring the bell to be notified of new videos. And please stay home, stay safe, stay healthy.